If you're over 60, this message could truly make a difference in your life. A stroke can strike without warning. One moment you're feeling fine, and the next you may struggle to move, speak clearly, or even remember things. As a neurologist, I've seen too many older adults overlook simple daily habits that quietly increase their risk of stroke. The good news is that many strokes can be prevented by changing small things you do each day, especially in the morning. You might think you're living healthily, but one routine you haven't thought about could be harming your brain and blood vessels without you noticing. Today, I'll share 9 common morning habits that raise your stroke risk and explain how to avoid them. Strokes are a major cause of long-term disability for seniors, and sadly, most people only realize the danger when it's too late. But by staying with me, you'll learn how to recognize early warning signs and make a few easy changes that could protect your life. These steps don't require big sacrifices, just a bit of awareness and care. You'll discover how to keep your brain healthy, support good blood flow, and stay strong as you age. This isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about enjoying more clear-headed mornings, walks with loved ones, and time with friends and family. We'll start with habit number 9, one that might surprise you, but could be putting your brain at risk every day. From there, we'll work through each habit, giving you practical tips to safeguard your health. Your brain is a treasure, and small choices now can keep it sharp for years to come. Let's take this journey together to protect your mind and live with confidence. Stay until the end for simple ways to start tomorrow stronger. You deserve to feel good and stay independent. Let's make that happen one morning at a time. 9. Skipping or delaying breakfast. If you're over 60, skipping breakfast might seem harmless, maybe even helpful. You've probably told yourself, "I'm not hungry yet," or "I'll eat later." But here's what most seniors don't realize. Not eating breakfast or delaying it too long can quietly raise your risk of stroke every single morning. After hours of overnight fasting, your body wakes up in a delicate state. Your blood sugar is low, your blood pressure begins to rise, and your heart is trying to adjust. If you delay nourishment, you create a perfect storm: unstable blood sugar, increased stress hormones, and vascular strain, all of which put pressure on your brain and arteries. Scientific studies show that older adults who skip breakfast have higher levels of insulin resistance, higher cholesterol, and a greater risk of developing hypertension. And when breakfast is delayed until mid-morning or skipped entirely, your metabolism slows, your energy crashes, and your brain doesn't get the glucose it needs to function clearly. That foggy feeling, that lightheadedness, it's not just age, it's your brain begging for fuel. The good news is that a simple morning habit can change everything. A light, balanced breakfast within 1 hour of waking. Something as simple as oatmeal with fruit, a boiled egg, or a slice of whole grain toast can help regulate your blood sugar, support healthy blood pressure, and protect your brain's delicate blood vessels. Remember, your first meal doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be intentional. When you give your body what it needs early, it responds with clarity, energy, and better cardiovascular stability. So tomorrow morning, before the coffee, before the emails, feed your heart, feed your brain. Don't let delay become dangerous. Stroke prevention starts with breakfast. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. 8. Waking up and rushing out of bed too quickly. Your alarm goes off, the morning sun peeks through the curtains, and instinctively you sit up, swing your legs over the bed, and stand. But for those over 60, this seemingly harmless habit could quietly endanger your brain. After 7 or 8 hours of rest, your body isn't fully awake. Blood pressure is still low, circulation is sluggish, and your brain hasn't adjusted to being upright. Jumping out of bed too quickly can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, what doctors call orthostatic hypotension. It may feel like a moment of dizziness or a wave of lightheadedness. But what's happening beneath the surface is more serious. For seniors, this abrupt change can starve the brain of oxygen-rich blood for several seconds. And for someone with stiff or narrowed arteries, that moment can tip the scales toward a transient ischemic attack or even a full-blown stroke. You may think it's just morning grogginess, but if you've ever felt woozy or unsteady right after rising, your body is sending you a quiet but urgent warning. There's a better way. Before getting out of bed, take a full minute to stretch gently and breathe slowly. Sit up slowly, pause, then plant your feet on the floor. Let your body adjust at its own pace. These small actions give your heart and brain the time they need to balance blood flow and oxygen delivery. As a neurologist, I've seen lives changed, saved, by this simple routine. 2 minutes of calm each morning may be the most powerful thing you do all day to protect your brain. Your body is wiser than you think. Don't rush it. Respect its rhythm, and it will reward you with clarity, balance, and years of independence. 7. Smoking or breathing in smoke right after waking up. If you light a cigarette or even sit near someone who smokes, within the first hour of waking, your brain and heart are paying a heavy price. For older adults, this morning habit is especially dangerous. Why? Because your body is already under stress the moment you wake up. Blood pressure naturally rises in the early morning. Your blood is thicker, your vessels tighter, and your heart is working harder to restart the day. Adding tobacco smoke, whether through your own cigarette or secondhand exposure, acts like fuel on a fire. Studies have shown that smoking within 30 to 60 minutes of waking increases your risk of heart attack and stroke significantly more than smoking at other times of day. Why? Because in the morning, your arteries are most vulnerable. The chemicals in cigarette smoke, nicotine, carbon monoxide, and dozens of toxins trigger blood vessel constriction, oxygen loss, and clot formation. In fact, a smoker's first cigarette in the morning causes the biggest spike in blood pressure all day. For older adults with stiff or narrowed arteries, that spike can be deadly. And it's not just active smokers. If you live with someone who smokes in the house, that cloud of smoke you breathe in while drinking your morning coffee can quietly damage your brain's blood supply. Secondhand smoke is not less harmful. It's a silent toxin. If quitting feels overwhelming, start by changing your morning. Delay that first cigarette. Step outside if others smoke indoors. Even cutting down the timing can reduce your stroke risk. And talk to your doctor. There are more tools now than ever to help you stop for good. Your brain needs oxygen, not smoke. Every morning breath should nourish you, not harm you. It's never too late to change a habit. And sometimes, one small decision, like saying no to that first cigarette, can give your brain the protection it's been waiting for. 6. Skipping water. Your eyes open, the day begins. But before your feet even touch the floor, your brain is already working hard. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up in a state of gentle dehydration. And for seniors, this silent dryness can be more dangerous than it seems. Your brain is nearly 75% water, and without replenishment, that fluid balance is disrupted. Your blood becomes thicker, your heart has to pump harder, and circulation slows, especially to the brain. This creates the perfect storm for a stroke to occur, particularly in the vulnerable morning hours. Many older adults make the same quiet mistake, skipping that first glass of water. Some head straight to the coffee pot. Others simply forget. But here's what most don't realize. Dehydration, even mild, can constrict blood vessels, elevate blood pressure, and reduce oxygen flow to critical parts of the brain. And if you're taking diuretics, common in seniors managing blood pressure or heart conditions, you're losing even more fluids overnight than you think. That's why I urge every patient I see, make water your first medicine each morning. Not a cup of coffee, not tea, just one full glass of room temperature water. It takes less than 60 seconds, but the benefits can last for years. That simple glass helps thin the blood, improve circulation, and restore oxygen to the brain. You may not feel thirsty, but your brain is already asking, quietly, for what it needs to function. Ignoring that need every morning is like running a car without oil. So keep a glass beside your bed. Make it part of your rhythm. For memory, for balance, for clarity, give your brain what it needs. It's not just a drink, it's protection. 5. High sodium breakfast choices. Many seniors think they're eating healthy in the morning, but start the day with processed foods high in salt, and your brain pays the price. Cereals, instant oatmeal packets, cheese-loaded eggs, breakfast sausages, and store-bought breads are often loaded with hidden sodium. Excess salt raises your blood pressure, stiffens arteries, and puts enormous pressure on the tiny vessels in your brain. That pressure can burst a weakened vessel, leading to a stroke. What's worse, most seniors already have some level of hypertension, and the morning is when your blood pressure naturally spikes. Combine that with high salt intake and you have a dangerous combination. The better alternative: fresh fruit, boiled eggs, unsalted oatmeal, or whole grain toast with avocado. If you're serious about lowering your stroke risk, reducing morning salt is non-negotiable. Also, check labels. Even healthy or heart-friendly items often contain more sodium than you expect. Aim for no more than 300–400 mg of sodium in your entire breakfast. And remember, salt doesn't just affect your heart, it directly affects your brain's blood flow. Cutting back can dramatically lower your chances of a stroke. Don't let salty habits in the morning quietly damage your most vital organ. Change your plate, and you change your future. Or, drinking too much coffee on an empty stomach. Many seniors rely on coffee to wake up, but having too much caffeine first thing, especially on an empty stomach, can be dangerous. Coffee spikes your adrenaline, increases your heart rate, and causes your blood vessels to constrict. This raises your blood pressure quickly and can reduce blood flow to the brain. For people already dealing with high blood pressure, this extra jolt can trigger mini strokes or cause abnormal heart rhythms. And if you drink multiple cups back to back, the risk only increases. You may feel more alert, but your brain is working harder than it should under stress. Instead, start with water, then eat a small breakfast before drinking coffee. If you do enjoy your morning brew, limit it to 1 moderate cup and avoid adding too much sugar or creamers, which can contribute to inflammation and vascular damage. Seniors with a history of heart or brain issues should especially be careful. Remember, coffee isn't the enemy, but timing and moderation matter. The goal is to energize your body, not shock it. If you're drinking coffee to fight fatigue, it might be time to look at your sleep or hydration instead. Protect your brain, be smarter than your habits. 3. Ignoring morning dizziness or weakness. Feeling dizzy or weak in the morning is not something you should ignore. Many seniors brush it off, thinking it's just part of aging or a side effect of poor sleep. But this could be your early warning signal of poor circulation, rising blood pressure, or even a mini stroke. Dizziness means your brain isn't getting the oxygen it needs, and if your arm feels weak, your speech is a little off, or your face feels odd, even slightly, it's time to act fast. Every second counts. Seniors are more likely to experience what's called a transient ischemic attack or mini stroke in the early morning hours. These episodes might last just a few minutes, but they're a red flag for a major stroke on the horizon. If you ever wake up with unusual symptoms, don't wait to see if it goes away. Document it, call your doctor, and track the pattern. You don't have time to be casual with your brain. What you feel in the morning could be the clue that prevents something far worse later. Listen to your body's whispers before it starts screaming. 2. Skipping medications or taking them incorrectly. Every day, millions of seniors forget their morning medications, or worse, take them incorrectly. And this one mistake can instantly raise your risk of stroke. Blood pressure medications, blood thinners, and cholesterol drugs are time-sensitive. Skipping them or taking them at the wrong time throws your body's rhythm off and increases stroke risk, especially in the first few hours after waking, when blood pressure naturally rises. Some seniors double dose when they forget, which can cause internal bleeding or dangerously low blood pressure. Others take pills without water or with coffee, reducing their effectiveness. This is why routine is crucial. Set alarms, use pill organizers, and most importantly, never self-adjust your doses. If you're feeling confused or overwhelmed about your medications, speak to your doctor or pharmacist. It's okay to ask for help. Stroke prevention doesn't always require huge changes. Just doing the basics right can be life-saving. Morning is when your brain is most vulnerable, so if your medication is meant to protect your heart, your blood, or your pressure, treat it like a non-negotiable priority. Think of your pill as a daily shield. You wouldn't leave the house without locking your door. Don't let your brain leave the house unprotected either. 1. Holding in urine for too long after waking. This might sound surprising, but delaying your morning trip to the bathroom can silently damage your brain. When you hold in urine after waking, your bladder becomes overfull, which signals your body to release more stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones raise your blood pressure sharply and constrict blood vessels, especially dangerous for seniors with already stiff or narrowed arteries. Studies have shown that early morning spikes in blood pressure are linked to stroke events in older adults. And believe it or not, a full bladder can also trigger irregular heart rhythms, which may lead to clots and increase stroke risk. It's a simple habit. Just get up and go. Don't check your phone. Don't wait. Don't ignore nature's call. The longer you hold it, the more pressure builds in your system. And for seniors already at risk of hypertension or heart disease, this creates a perfect storm for brain injury. Don't treat your body like an inconvenience. Treat it like the intelligent system it is. When your body sends you a message, respond with care. Morning bathroom habits might seem minor, but they can determine the health of your brain for the rest of your life. Protect your future. Go when your body tells you. Stroke doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It builds quietly over weeks, months, or even years of small daily habits, especially in the morning. You've now learned 9 common habits that can quietly raise your risk of a stroke, especially after age 60. Simple things like not drinking enough water, ignoring warning signs, or even holding in your urine too long can add up over time. Each small choice matters, and together, these habits can put your brain at risk. But here's the encouraging news. You have the power to change this, starting right now. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Small, thoughtful steps, like sipping water regularly, listening to your body, or taking bathroom breaks when needed, can make a big difference. The best part? You can begin protecting your brain tomorrow. By avoiding these risky habits, you're giving yourself a better chance to stay sharp, energetic, and independent for years to come. Don't wait for a health scare to force you to act. Take charge today to safeguard your mind and enjoy the things that matter most, like morning walks with a loved one, sharing stories with friends, or simply feeling clear-headed each day. Your brain deserves that care, and the sooner you start, the stronger you'll feel. If this information has been helpful, share it with someone you care about, a spouse, a neighbor, or a friend. Together, you can support each other in making healthier choices. Check the pinned comment below the video for extra resources to guide you. Your mornings set the tone for your future, so make them count. Choose one small change today, like carrying a water bottle or setting a reminder to move. These little habits build a foundation for a healthier, happier life. Thank you for taking the time to learn and care for yourself. Stay proactive, stay strong, and keep looking forward to all the moments still ahead.